Know in the comment section if you found something at Walmart that's way ridiculously overpriced.
So my second ever big girl job was at a grocery store. And I will tell you myself that the issue is not that society cannot feed people. We have more than enough food. It's that feeding people is not as profitable as selling food. One of the darker things that I learned working at a grocery store is that the grocery store food waste, they have something called shrink. Shrink is basically inventory loss. It's stuff that gets damaged, expires, gets stolen, can't be sold. And when grocery stores throw that inventory away, they write off those losses on their taxes. And so a tax write-off reduces the amount of income that a company gets taxed on. So if a grocery store loses, say, thousands of dollars in unsold food inventory, they can report that loss and lower their taxable profit. These corporations are more concerned with protecting profit margins than feeding hungry people. A lot of us are conditioned to believe that food is a privilege and not a right, but it should be our right to survive. And remember, they're not only throwing away rotten food. I've seen it myself. Grocery stores throw away overstock too. Entire shipments that can't fit in the freezer or won't sell fast enough. They throw out stuff with damaged packaging where the food is completely fine inside. Produce that looks ugly, like deformed fruit or vegetables. Perfectly edible food. What's crazy is there's already systems proven to reduce this waste. Something called dynamic pricing is where they lower the price of food right before it expires. It statistically reduces food waste significantly, but less than 25% of grocery stores in the United States do that because the companies would rather protect their profit margins than normalize cheaper food access. Okay, do you see where I'm going? And very few grocery stores consistently donate excess food to food banks either. That overstock or like the stuff that gets thrown away, like they genuinely throw it away. Some stores intentionally lock dumpsters or destroy the food before throwing it away. Like, think about how insane that is. We have people digging through the trash while corporations are pouring bleach on the food so that nobody can take it for free when it's going in the trash anyway. And the irony that these same corporations will ask you to donate money at the checkout screen for hunger relief.
Introducing Subway's new fresh value menu. 15 different protein-packed choices, all for under $5. With new...
They're actively throwing away perfectly edible food that could have gone to shelters, food banks, struggling families. So imagine a grocery store has a bunch of extra food that they can't sell in time. So now they have multiple choices. Lower the prices, donate it, or throw it away and make money back. They're going to throw it away and make the money back. And under capitalism, businesses are structurally incentivized to prioritize profit first. Grocery stores are businesses before they are charities. Their goal is to make money. So if giving away food threatens pricing structures, future sales expectations, or profit margins, many of these corporations would rather waste the food than normalize free access to it. That is a part of why some stores would literally rather destroy the food than give it away to you, which sounds like cartoonishly evil until you realize that this is exactly what happens when basic human necessities are treated as primarily products instead of human needs. France, great example. France, they literally passed an anti-food waste law. Large supermarkets are not allowed to intentionally destroy usable food. They are required to donate edible food to charities instead. So the problem is not production. We have more than enough food to feed everybody. The problem is distribution under a system that profit incentives matter more than hunger. Manufactured scarcity is profitable. They are starving you on purpose. And don't even get me started on the fact that the grocery stores do not care that the food they are selling you is quite literally poison.
Water covers 70% of our planet. It falls from the sky, flows through rivers, and sustains all life on Earth. So, how did something so abundant become one of the world's most profitable products? This is the hidden economics of water, a story of scarcity, control, and the quiet rise of a trillion-dollar industry built around something that used to be free. For most of human history, water was managed as a public good, a shared resource. But in the late 20th century, a new idea began to spread. What if water could be treated like oil, extracted, bottled, and sold? It started with convenience. In the 1970s and 80s, brands like Evian and Perrier turned bottled water into a lifestyle symbol, pure, healthy, luxurious. Then came the explosion. Coca-Cola with Dasani, PepsiCo with Aquafina, Nestle with Pure Life. Today, bottled water is a $300 billion a year business and growing faster than soft drinks. Here's the economics. Companies pay almost nothing for the raw water. They extract it from springs or municipal systems, filter it, brand it, and sell it for thousands of times its cost. A liter of bottled water can cost the company less than 1 cent to produce, but sells for $2 or more on shelves. That's a markup of nearly 200,000%, higher than gasoline or luxury perfumes. It's not just the bottles. Water utilities, the systems that bring tap water to your home, are also part of the market. In countries like Chile, Australia, and parts of the US, water rights are now traded on exchanges. Yes, you can literally invest in water futures, just like oil or gold. But there's a dark side to this transformation. While one part of the world buys branded water in plastic bottles, another struggles for access to clean water at all. According to the UN, more than 2 billion people still live without safe drinking water. And in some regions, over-extraction by private companies has lowered groundwater levels, dried up local wells, and sparked protests. Because when water becomes a commodity, someone always pays the price. The marketing sells a dream: mountain springs, crystal streams, untouched nature. But many bottled waters are simply filtered tap water, rebranded and resold. One study found that over 60% of bottled water brands in the US source from municipal supplies. And the plastic waste? Over 1 million bottles are sold every minute worldwide. Most aren't recycled. They end up in landfills or oceans, where they take centuries to decompose. So next time you reach for a bottle of water, remember, you're not just buying hydration. You're buying a story of scarcity, convenience, and profit. A story where nature's simplest gift has become one of capitalism's most brilliant inventions. This is the hidden...
Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash. I'd like to give a double honors to the elders and to the apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, who do rule well. And the citation to hold for elect is the brother Damawa from the GMS Cleveland branch, coming back with another video. And I praise blessed be edifying. Hey man, this man has taken food and water, all right? This man has taken food and water and has used it against the people, man. This man cruel. All right, but I want to jump back to the first video first, all right, because I looked up, she called it shrink, all right, dealing with, she said dealing with basically grocery stores throwing away food, pouring bleach on it, all right, and being able to make a profit from the claims, all right, because of the insurance, instead of using it to feed people, all right. And I had looked it up, and basically it don't give you the answer as far as what she was saying. So I guess it's an aspect of how to, or it's inside knowledge depending on what grocery store you probably work at or whatever. All right, but it's safe to say, okay, that they all have to play ball. All right, but it says a good waste policy for grocery stores should focus on reducing shrinkage, which includes management, perishables, and she had went through all the lists. Goods to minimize spoilage, implementing effective inventory management and training employees on proper handling. Additional stores can donate unsold food to charities to reduce waste and support the community. Okay, so they're going to give you the they're going to give you all right, the so-called answer that the AI probably wrote up. All right, but they're gonna give you, okay, the typical, we're here to do good to the people. All right, look at us, we donate. All right, but we know behind the scenes how Esau Edom is, and the first word that came to my mind was cruel. All right. In the regular definition, it says cruel means being extremely unkind and intentionally causing pain or suffering to others. Hold on, pause it right there. I gotta jump to this because this is one of my favorites, bro. I'm not even lying. I remember when the first time I ever heard this, it stuck with me. Listening to the elders and apostles in their videos years ago. It says, Revelation 6:4, it says, and there went out another horse that was red, all right, which is symbolic for the Edomites, you so-called white people, aka rednecks, nigga. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. You see? So, with this great sword, these so-called white the so-called white man, Esau Edom, right, throughout his different kingdoms, all right, as he liked to lie and say that civilization started with the Greeks, that was them as well, all right. So this is how long that this nigga has been taking peace, all right, and killing one another, starting wars, all right, taking over other tribes' land, all right, making treaties and breaking them. Okay, this is this nigga MO, all right. So when you go back to this, all right, this nigga is cruel, all right, and that's basically what it comes down to. It said cruel means being extremely unkind and intentionally causing pain or suffering to others, whether people or animals. It can also refer to actions or events that result in significant distress or hardship. You see, and this is what this nigga has done. He has beat up on the people and the environment. All right, the first thing came to my mind, because I'm old enough to remember, was that BP oil spill. All right, I forgot when it happened. Matter of fact, let's just look it up real quick. All right, do you know how much shit this man was? Hold on, I needed that. That's what I've been looking for. How did it go to that? It must know. I think it was in the 90s, wasn't it? Oh, 2010. I thought it was older than that. All right, but it says 2010, I guess. It says Deepwater Horizon oil spill occurred on April 20th, 2010, when the explosion on the BP-operated drilling rig led to the releases of approximately 4.9 million barrels of oil into the Gulf of Mexico over a period of 87 days. 87 days, bro. Think about that. That's damn near, what, 30, 60? That's damn near 2 months. 2 months and almost 3 months, man. Making it the largest marine oil spill in history. The disaster resulted in significant environmental damage and the loss of 11 lives. All right, and that's just people. So you could just imagine what it did to the animals. All right, and that's why they running up to the. You got sharks running up to the beaches and shit. You know, talking about taking themselves out. All right, and you know that they're spiritual creatures as well, right? Why you think that they running up to the goddamn beaches? Because they basically saying that this is what y'all doing to us. All right. I believe a study had came out going to how hard all the toxins make it hard for these natural, for these animals to naturally breathe, take in air underwater like how the Most High made them. All right, but this is what this man does, man. Like, this nigga is cruel, all right, because he out here want to drill some oil. And it's a known fact that you don't even have to have oil, really. You could have been using electricity, free air. It's hella more resources, all right, that's been figured out throughout the past. All right, but yet and still, this goddamn devil. All right, but let's get into the scripture real quick. This man goes to extent of making sure, all right, to cause harm and damage, man. Yeah, but let's get this. Proverbs 12 and 10. All right, so they mentioned the animals, but nigga, he was spilling oil for damn near 3 months into the sea. All right, and you wonder about the radiation. All right, and that's just what was so big that the nigga couldn't hide. All right, because I remember when that happened, man. That was on the news constantly. All right, but this goddamn devil, just imagine all the little shit that you don't know about, all the little towns that he getting away with, all these different plant owners and shit. All right, dumping their pollution and all this old chemically based substance. Plus, we remember, all right, all those things came out about what was that company making that cancer-based? Damn, I forgot the name of it. But I believe that they was the ones making those cast iron skillets. I forgot the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about. All right, but basically, all the people living around those towns and shit had developed cancer. All right, so these people, man, are horrible leaders, man. All right, as it says in Ecclesiastes, I believe that's what, 10 and 1. All right, but anyway, Proverbs 12 and 10, it says, a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. All right, and to Esau Edom, him snatching, all right, an animal out of its natural habitat, killing the parent and raising him behind the lab so he can have information on how this particular creature responds to different poisonous that this nigga want to give him. All right, it's just for his curiosity, man. All right, and you can't get no deeper than that. If a nigga love causing harm and then calling it curiosity and next level science, I mean, what more do we need to say, man? You're dealing with a mad scientist, man, and this nigga will stop at nothing, man. You know, what you trying to do today, Pinky? You know, trying to take over the world. You know, man, this man is diabolical, man. The business of water. You see it. Like, Esau Edom, man, like, it's all about that green dollar bill, okay? And this nigga has turned everything that was supposed to be a natural resource. He done took the purities out of it. He done took the minerals out of it, and then give you the basis of it. And then that nigga lost all patience, and now he charging more for the basis. All right, so now he giving you 10% cut. He done put hella cut on it. All right, and he charging it as if that shit is pure. All right, and this is what this man has done, and now he's forcing everybody to do it, because this nigga don't give a fuck. All right, real quick, I gotta hurry up and go. So let's go ahead, shoot these precepts out here. All right, Psalms 74 and 1, right? It says, O power, why hast thou cast, hold on, Salakia, is that the right one? No, 74 and 4, I started at 1, Salakia. It says, thy enemies war in the midst of all the congregation. They set up their ensigns for signs. Salakia. Russian. Psalm 71:4. There we go. Deliver me, O power, out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man. All right, and that's the word cruel again. So let's hit it real quick. Let's see what it goes into.
Strong's H 2556. Chametz. Chametz.
To be leavened, be sour. To be cruel, oppressed, be ruthless. You see that nigga ruthless, man. Primitive word. Harsh, cruel man. Grieved. All right, and that's what Esau Edom is, man. All right, it's a grievedness, man, to be on this man's system. All right, I'm just thinking about all the different ways that you can, just in your regular day life, being a regular day citizen over here in America, how many things that are set up to take money out your pocket. All right, from a traffic ticket to having water, lights, all these different things that are supposed to be readily available. All right, under this man, he has found a way to put a price tag on it. All right. Ecclesiastes 39:26. It says, the principal thing for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour, wheat, honey, milk, the blood of the grape, oil, and clothing. All these things are for good to the godly. You see, all these things are good. Meaning that if the godly people, all right, which is the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, if we was ruling, we would be having this in abundance, as well as the other nations. After they serve their captivity, they're going to have, all right, a setup, because everybody's going to follow the ways of the Heavenly Father. So they're only going to progress to life and peace and harmony on earth. All right, but right, we have to understand that we have to be the ones ruling. All right, it ain't going to happen until the children of the Lord get back into their rightful positions, as well as his son leading the whole way, Yahushua, all right, which is our Savior. Okay, it says all these things are for the good to the godly, so to the sinners they are turned into evil. All right, and that's how we know that the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, pertaining to Job 9:24. All right, all these things are for good to the godly. All right, so you can best believe that the people who run this world right now are not godly people. All right, so you people better buckle up, because this man now is just putting a price tag on it. Very soon, he's going to price you out. All right, you're not going to be able to see a bottle of water, even though that's going off drinking out of plastic. All right, but like I said, he done stepped on it 10 times. He didn't put hella cut on it. All right, and he's going to charge you the strength for that. Okay, while he's somewhere behind an elaborate establishment, right? He's behind an elaborate establishment, all right, drinking water out of a gold cup somewhere, man. All right, but real quick, we're gonna go ahead and run through them. Wisdom of Solomon, all right, because this is what it boils down to, and the people are stupid and dumb. All right, they ain't even. You got some people that are trying to wake up, but without the Lord, there's no fight you can really give this devil. All right, it says Wisdom of Solomon 15:12. It says, but they counted our life as a pastime, and our time here a market for gain. All right, and you can stop there, okay? Because these niggas have market the things, all right, the Lord just said in Ecclesiastes, all right, that he just said in Ecclesiastes, all right, to the godly that are godly. To the godly, these things are good. All right, so we know that this is who's Solomon is talking about. It says, but they counted our life a pastime, and our time here a market for gain. For say we must begin every way, though it be by evil means. You see, and this is what this man does. He oppresses you in every way possible. If it's a way or if it's a things that you must have, it's going to be something that you got to pay for. Over here dealing dealing with Esau Edom, man, the so-called white man. All right. Let me get one more. John. Ten. It says, "The thief come not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy." All right, and this is what this man's whole system represents. All right, in one shape, form, or fashion, he's going to bring thievery, stealing, and killing and destroying fast, because he promotes sin over here. All right, but through those same wickedness actions that he's pushing on the people, he get paid. He get paid from every different outcome of those situations as well. Even if your ass go to prison, he get paid. If your ass gets smoked, he get paid. Funeral home got to pay these people. All this, so it's all back what Wisdom of Solomon 15 said, right? It's all a market for gain, man. All right, and this is why the people don't even know yet, all right, that they should be looking for a savior. All right, but very soon the Lord is about to remind them, okay, that life without him, okay, only leads to different men, all these different nations of men coming up thinking that they have the way, okay, and eventually the only thing they do is become tyrants upon the people, all right, and overtax them and things of this nation. It's the same cycle over and over again. That's why the Lord gave us the law, all right. But with that, I pray lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. I want to give double honors to the elders and to the apostles of GMS Great Millstone. Shalom.